This is a story about Paul Davis, who was an iconic singer in the 1960s and 1970s, and the early 80s as well. And he was actually rather famous for a song in 1981, which was called 65 Love Affair. And it was a song, it was the second single off of his album, which was called Cool Night, and it also had a single of the same name. But what if I told you that he couldn't stand this song? He hated it. He called it bubblegum and a sellout. And his record producers at Arista were so insistent on him recording the song and releasing it as a single that he eventually dumped the label and never charted again. He never made the top 100 again after this disaster, or at least in his mind a disaster. Commercial was a success. It went to number 7 in 1982, but he hated the song with such a passion that he went to his grave, and he passed in 2008 absolutely hating himself for even recording the song. Now the lead single off of that, the title track off of that album does happen to be one of my personal favorites, and that of course that being Cool Night. And Cool Night is a song that I even play these days. I just dream of that, you know. I do dream of her, and that's the type of song that I could see myself being in. But 65 Love Affair was originally called 55 Love Affair, but had a lot of the themes of the 50s inside of it. But it became 65 Love Affair because Paul Davis himself was only 7 years old in 1955. He was way too young for any sort of a relationship. However, in 65 he was 17 years old, which actually made it entirely possible and within the realm of reason to be in some sort of high school dating relationship at that point. So that's what they went with. And so, but he went on to record the song and just went to his grave hating it. Just couldn't get over that. And he was so bitter about it that of course he dumped the record label, signed with an independent label, and never went into the top 40 again. Because he felt like he was sold out. My favorite song of his is I Go Crazy, which was released an album before. Of course, that's the music that he was a little bit more, a little bit more known for. It was a lot of that, melodramatic, high emotion, but also a slower paced song, such as I Go Crazy. I Go Crazy was his highest charting hit. It went to number 4. So that was Paul Davis's highest charting single. But the other one they went to top 10 with was 65 Love Affair, and a song he despised so much he dumped his label over it, and it cost him his career basically. He left the music industry for good a few years after that. And so he never recorded really any commercial. He had no commercial success after this point. So there it is, your short story tonight of Paul Davis, 65 Love Affair, and his pure hatred of it. The song that he termed bubblegum and a sellout. But also one of his most famous songs, probably in culture of today, as far as music history is concerned, it's probably his second most famous song behind I Go Crazy. But Cool Night is my personal favorite. Again, because I see myself in the future somewhere along the way in this song. On a cool night, let me hold you on a cool night. On a cool night, just let me hold you by the fire night. If it don't feel right, baby, if it don't feel right, you can go. The devoted Christian in me can relate to the song very much. And again, I dream of this type of thing someday. And so even though he left us in 2008, he left a song that I wear on my heart very much to this day. And so that is the short story tonight. Paul Davis, 65 Love Affair, a song he despised so much he wound up torching his own career over it. And so there's your fact of the night. Hopefully you enjoyed your don't even want to call this a holiday anymore. It's Indigenous Peoples Day. I never really thought highly of honoring Christopher Columbus because he brought a whole bunch of contagious diseases to the West. And no, he did not discover America. What if I told you that he actually discovered the West Indies, which is kind of where he landed? So that'll be a little factoid 2 of the night. Columbus did not discover America. He discovered the West Indies. He did not land anywhere near the continental United States. So he landed in that island chain instead and brought a bunch of contagious diseases. And the natives of the United States, though, of what is now the continental United States, were, however, as a result, called Indians because of the West Indies, and they were seen to be the same people, although they really weren't. So that's your extra little bonus tidbit for the day. Hopefully you enjoyed your Monday. We will see you again tomorrow on What If I Told You. Peace out, homies, as usual.